everyone, I'm Gwyneth Price Panos. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here today. Please subscribe down below if you like what you see. Today we're going to be talking about St. Patrick's Day makeup. St. Patrick's Day is one of those awesome holidays where you can go crazy and wear this garish, deep, bright green. Green is one of those colors that I don't recommend wearing. There's very few people who actually look good in this shade of green, so I don't recommend doing it on a regular basis. But it's St. Patrick's Day, people. You can do whatever you want on St. Patrick's Day. Well, and Halloween. Halloween and St. Patrick's Day are those days you can go crazy with the way you look. So if you want to learn how to do these lips, these eyes, and this shamrock, keep watching. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
So I'm starting out with Radiant Defense, which is a very lightweight, almost tinted moisturizer type of foundation by Rodan & Fields. There's a link below if you're interested in getting some. The color I'm using is Shell, which is the lightest color. I put the foundation over my entire face, including my eyelids, and blend it in with my hands. The eyebrow pencil I'm using is Brenda Christian, the Universal Brow Definer. I'm going to start out with my lips. I normally start out with my eyeshadow, but in this case I'm starting with my lips because that's what inspired this entire look. I found these really awesome eyeliners in these cool shades of green at two different CVS pharmacies. One is Makeup Academy Professional Intense Color Gel Eyeliner, and I believe the color was called Emerald, but I'm not seeing the name on the pencil right now. And then I also got one by LA Girl Glide Gel Liner, and the color is Limelight. And so I have this idea for an ombre type look on my lips. So I start off by outlining with the darker shade and then filling in with the lighter shade. And it's a really cute shimmery look. You can add some clear lip gloss or Vaseline on top to give it a little more shine, but I find that sometimes it rubs off easily. So if you want longevity of your lip color, I would just use the pencils and deal with the weird feeling of your lips by having eyeliner on your lips. Unless you have a cool like clear sealant that works for you, and then that's great. Okay, so let's move on to the eyeshadow. I have this really random eyeshadow palette I bought years ago at a makeup convention. It's one of those no-name eyeshadow palettes, so I can't tell you what brand it is. You can see it's kept together with tape because it's sort of falling apart. I like to keep this palette in my kit just in case somebody randomly asks for an absurd color I wouldn't normally purchase, but it has a little bit of everything in it. I'm going to use 3 of the green colors, this dark green, lime, and light green. I start with a stiff, round crease brush, and I apply the darkest color in my crease and slightly above it and along the outer edge. I start by patting it in place and then smudging it around. There's a little bit of fallout on my cheek, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to wipe that off later. I apply the same color on the other side in the same place, in the crease and above it and on the outer corner. And I step back to take a look to make sure it looks balanced. One of my eyes is a little more hooded than the other, so sometimes it may look like it's even when the eyes are closed, but when I open, they look a little different, so I have to compensate for that. I use a sponge to erase fallout, either dry with water or moisturizer. I use an angle brush to apply the darkest color along my bottom lash line as well. Grab a dry sponge and wipe off a little of the excess fallout. And when that color looks even, I take that same brush, but I wipe off all the excess dark color and grab the lime eyeshadow, which is like a medium tone green, and I apply that on the center part of my lid. I like to do lighter in the inside and darker on the outside so that my eyes look like they're being pushed apart a little bit further. When I go too dark on my inner eye, my eyes look too close together. Then I take a flat brush with the light green color and apply it like a highlight on my brow bone just below my eyebrows. And I let that overlap slightly with the darkest color just to blend the two. But I'm focusing that light color above the dark, not on top of it. Then I apply a little bit of that light color on the outer edge to blend it down. At this point, it looks pretty good, but I decided I'd like a little more contrast in the crease, so I reapply the darkest color with the round crease brush, and I'm using a patting motion instead of a sweeping one so that more color adheres to the skin. So I'm reapplying that same dark green in the crease to give it a little bit more contrast from the lighter color that I've put along the brow bone. Sweep a little bit more until it looks even. Now I'm applying the dark gel eyeliner along my bottom lashes. I personally don't like to put dark color in my waterline. I don't think that looks good on me. I start on the outer corner and go about halfway to my pupil. And then I smudge it a little bit further with a small angle brush. I never like to apply color all the way to my tear duct because I find within an hour or two I have dark eye boogers and that looks gross. So I just stick with the outer corner. Plus, keeping the darker color on my outer corners makes my eyes look a little bit further apart, which I prefer. Maybe for a photo shoot I might do a darker eyeliner in my tear duct, but not for leaving the house for sure. Then I decided to apply a little bit of this shimmery green. It's almost the same color, it just has a little bit of shimmer, and it's a Mary Kay color. I can't even read what the color is on the back, it's so old. It just makes the eyeshadow a little bit more fun to add a smidgen of shimmer, just in the light part on my eyelid, not in the crease. And then I dampen a sponge and wipe up the extra fallout, so it's a nice clean line. But I don't necessarily want a sharp line, but it's definitely cleaned up. Then I decided to apply a thin coat of eyeliner along my lashes on the top and smudge it out with that angle brush. It makes your fake eyelashes look better if you have a little bit of color underneath it. Otherwise, you'll see the little roots of the wispy eyelashes. So I've chosen to use the Ardell brand for eyelashes. I love that brand. It's very consistent, and wispies is a great shape. It looks good on almost every eye. Then I apply their Real mascara by Benefit, a thin coat, just so my natural lashes blend into the fake lashes a little bit better and to define them on the bottom. I like to start on my bottom lashes because if I put mascara on the top lashes first, when I get down to the bottom, I have to look up and I always end up getting mascara on my eyelid and messing up the eyeshadow I just spent all that time doing. And then just a thin coat on top. I could finish with this look just with mascara, but fake lashes give this look a little bit more drama. I also find they hide any mistakes, so if you feel like your eyeshadow isn't perfectly blended, because let's face it, you probably don't use green every day, and so you're less experienced with it, it's okay. The fake eyelashes and a little bit of glitter tend to make everything look pretty. I decide I need a little bit of blush because, well, you need a little color with so much green on your face. And I use Nars Orgasm, which has a nice little shimmer in it, and some highlight from the same palette. I decide to make a shamrock on my cheek, and it's really easy to do. You make it with 3 hearts. And I chose to do this design with the lighter of the 2 eyeliner pencils that I bought. And then I wasn't quite as happy with the shape as I thought I would be, so I filled it in and then went over the shamrock again, making 3 more hearts with the darker eyeliner pencil, and it looked much cuter this way. You can also fill in this design with some glitter if you have it, or leave it open.
So these are craft stickers from Michael's Most Likely, and so they do have some adhesive on the back, but I doubt it's enough adhesive to actually stay on your face. So if you use tweezers to pick them up and put eyelash glue on them, or spirit gum. So let's figure out how I want to do this. I haven't even figured this out yet. Okay, so there's a little bit of adhesive on this right now, but it's not enough that I think would make it last throughout an entire party. Just sticking it on and it seems to be working okay. Let's try to make this symmetrical, shall we? Thanks Thanks again for finding my channel. I'm so excited. Please subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions or any recommendations for future videos. I would love to hear from you. Thanks.